Hey guys, I'm back again for the weekly oracle reading. For those of you who are just tuning in, I'm Anne. And in this video, I'm going to be giving a general love reading focusing on divine partners. Okay, so now we are getting so close to 2020, the last days of 2019. It's been a wonderful decade, and I have to admit, lots of challenges, but lots of joy, lots of happiness at the same time. So, we can't have it always like perfect. I wish it can be that way. In a perfect world, maybe it might be one day. But for now, I'm really excited to bring in 2020. I know it's going to be an amazing year. And, it sometimes can, start off like, we're happy, we're happy, we're happy, but then all of a sudden we start focusing on things in the past, or we start thinking, and then your vibration just goes down. And that's what you have to keep up. You have to keep up with that motivation. I mean, I'm not saying to be a cheerleader 24/7, although it would be nice. You can try to keep yourself uplifted every morning, okay? Starting on January 1st, make a list. Start off with things that you're most grateful for and go go from there. Like, you need to just like find what it is inside you that makes you happy. Certain things that just trigger off like a burst of like happiness, of explosion of happiness, I should say. Many times we look at life and we say, it's not really all what I think it is. It's not what I want it to be, but it can be if you start one step at a time, baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. I'm grateful just, for the gift of life, of waking up every morning. And, there's so much more to be grateful for. You have to just dig deep. I always say this. And if you guys follow me on social media, this is exactly what I talk about on a daily basis, because I'm motivating you as I motivate myself, as we energy exchange. A lot of you guys just comment back to me and give me back the motivation. I love you all for that, because that really helps. The light, the love, the energy, it's amazing. And that's what I love about going into 2020, because I have so many more like plans, and I have so much on my itinerary that I plan to do, and I'm going to get it done. And and if I don't get it done right away, I'm going to continue to work on it. So I've maybe slacked off on writing things down because I get too occupied with one thing and another thing, and then before you know it, my planner has not even been written in for a few weeks. That's not good for a person like me that's always been organized. I mean, like, for many, that's okay, whatever, sure. But for me, that means, oh my gosh, 1 week can turn into two. Before you know it, I'm not even writing in it. So that's my point. It's just one step at a time. And, if you have your New Year's resolutions all set, I hope that you can keep them all, because it's really, really important just at least to put the effort. Whatever you put down, I want to drop a few pounds. I want to get more in shape. I want to quit smoking. Those are like the common ones that we hear. I want to get more active with people, with spirituality. I want to get closer to God. That's number one. That should be on all of our lists. Getting closer to the Creator. That's what really matters, is when you really put yourself into the light, and that is the light. God is the light, and not think about things, why it's not the way it is, not the way it should be, because this, I'm not going to go into it, because it's part of us. We have to just go with the plan. We have to go with the flow. And you know what, we do find a piece of love inside of us that shines like a light. See, like this little thing, this little necklace, if you guys are noticing it. Let me come a little closer. Okay, now this is called angel grace. All right, it came from a TV show. I was at a convention and it was there, and I just thought it was so cute. It turns off, the light goes on, light goes off. I wear it. It makes me happy, because I love the name Angel Grace, and it represents a lot of light, and I love light, and you guys can see how much I love light. Okay, so the first card that I pulled for the Divine Masculine: stand up and be recognized. Behold, you are the inspiration that you've been looking for. Okay, now, oops, we got the nice ring light. I'll try not to shine it directly on there. You see how it's really important, guys, to stand up, especially now. We're coming to 2020. We realize that there is a lot of people who try to drain us and try to steal our energy. It happens to me all the time. When you're good-hearted, when you are, so loving and, compassionate with others, or maybe you just have your you're just yourself, and you have your guard down kind of thing, and saying, you know what, I'm just going to be me. I'm not going to just be on defense all the time. That's when sometimes, not everybody, I'm not talking about everybody, but they can say, oh, I'm going to try to, bring them down, or however people think, because that just looks too positive, because they're negative and they want to steal your joy. When they see you are happy, or you're positive, or you're smiling, that'll irritate a person who's having a bad day. Yeah, doesn't that sound crazy? Instead of saying, I want what they want, that's what I do. When I'm having a bad day, I see someone happy, I say, I want what they want. And you're automatically drawn to that person. That's what it should be like, but not always. Sometimes people try to steal your joy, and you have to recognize that. So stand up and be recognized. You have something to say. Somebody is trying to pull you down. Somebody is trying to bring you down. When we go to holiday things, functions, whatever, because it is still the holidays technically. New Year's is coming up. That person is irritating you. That person is saying things to you. I'm not saying to talk back to them, but you do need to stand up for yourself. I always believe in, pretty much just justifying whatever is being brought out and degrading you, or belittling you, or just insulting you in a sense. Maybe they're not doing it intentionally to insult you, but you feel insulted. You feel very, you just feel down inside. I'm not putting ideas in anybody's head, but you got what I'm saying. You have to see the true you. Very beautiful card. Seeing the true you, seeing your authentic self. We look completely different on the outside than what we feel like on the inside. I know when I watch myself on videos, and I'm like, really, I come out that way, like I may feel differently on the inside. It's like I feel like more of a little girl inside, and then the outside I look, oh, well, I'm just like this, powerful, or not powerful, sorry, wrong word. I just look so confident, and, I got it together. And I do. I mean, yeah, technically I do got it together, but, I can let myself go, and I can be like, I'm just, inside myself, like just trying to search for something more. And I'm, like getting a lot of people's energy, because the empathic energies that I feel all the time, I am very empathic, and I'm very sensitive, highly sensitive, that I can pick up anybody, even off TV. That's why I don't watch the news, because I feel it right here in my, my solar plexus. And it's like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. It's literally like you want to just purge out everything, and you just want to scream. You just want to run. You don't know where you're going. Well, that's kind of like the way we feel like sometimes on the inside. So we can't let other people bring us down. The divine masculine is getting that. Some are leaning towards the divine masculine, or you know someone that is leaning towards the divine masculine, that they're not standing up for themselves. They're not putting themselves out there. Divine masculine is not seeing things the way they should be. This is a time to be born daily. And as you can see, you are slowly coming to a new life, a new beginning. Every morning we are reborn daily. Let go of the past and breathe in your new, what did that say? Incarnation. Okay? Beautiful. Beautiful. It's a time to just take a breather and be reborn. So people who are pulling down on your energy, divine masculine is starting to feel that energy, feel that spirit to just say what they feel. And that's where you're going to be getting a little bit more of a surge of energy coming from that divine masculine. Now, maybe it's not a time for you to have a sit down. If there's someone that you're feeling like, this person is not being their true self to me, they're not being open to me, there's something they're hiding, it's not a time for you, for the brand new year, to just start like trying to get a conversation going about what they feel inside, because many times it has to come naturally. It has to come with the flow. If you're trying to pick at it, if you're trying to look at it, you have to stand up, be recognized, but not to the point where you are going through this, I have to sort through something with them and find out. No, calm yourself. Be reborn daily. Take a breather. Take a deep breath. Messages come through me to you, okay? I'm getting a message to take it down a notch and not focus on what that other person is doing or saying to you, because really and truly, a lot of people right now go through a lot of emotional sprats. I mean, we all go through it. We think about people who left our lives, animals who left our lives, pets we miss, and maybe this is not just recently, maybe this is many years. Don't let it get to you. Don't let it bring you down, because it's going to happen. I mean, that's the, we all know this, the life of, the nature. It just happens. It's a life cycle. Come to life. Focus on you, as you could see. Focusing on coming to life and being that true person that you are deep inside your heart. Coming to life, and well, she's writing on herself. She's got artwork. She's coming to life. As you can see, she's coloring in the color on her leg. And that is a good way to look at it. If you're looking at things in the black and white, you're kind of like, I can't come to life. Like, nothing wrong with the black and white picture. I love the look of black and white, but I also love a lot of color. So with the color, the beauty comes out. And for those of you who appreciate art, you know that color, or you just love art, you just love color. The color comes to life and you come to life. You're reborn daily. 2 cards, good for the new year, for the divine masculine. See, we're not really going into exactly relationships, but relationships that pertain to you. So I was led to give more of a reading towards, geared upon, not just with the divine masculine like I normally do. It's a little different format. I'm focusing more on what we need to do for ourselves so that we can connect the dots, so to speak. So I may be going in that direction, or I may be going in it, like maybe mix and match. But this week we're kind of like combining a little bit into the reading, because I get so many messages. I know you guys all love the readings, and I'm happy for that, but I really want to get into like touch base on other factors. And it seems like I want to do another reading video per week, but it seems like my time is so limited. I'm barely doing what I'm doing right now, which I'm going to continue, of course. And I just dropped the card by accident. Or it just flew off mysteriously. Fuel to fear. Stand still and own your power. Divine feminines. Divine feminine, fuel to fear. Okay? Stop looking at the fear-based energies you hold on to. Divine feminines, we know what they go through. We know what they are. We know what they're feeling, because they're part of us. We are part of divine feminines. Divine feminines are with us. When you're always looking at the glass half empty, or looking at things like it's never going to get better, guess what? It seems to find yourself to never get better. It seems like things just go round in a circle. And you know what happens? We end up finding ourselves like miserable. I know I do. I feel that way. It's that inner trust that you need to have for yourself, the inner trust of knowing who you are. Trusting what is being given to you. Messages can come through in many different forms. For divine feminines right now, we're feeling a lot of release, a lot of let go, a lot of things that no longer serve a purpose. The thin veil, let go and let glow. Beautiful, very beautiful, very powerful card, very mystical card. As you guys can gaze into it and see that with things that are coming up right now, yeah, we don't like to listen to the news. We don't want to get involved and engage with what the world has out in the outside. And, it just upsets us. I know it upsets me. It doesn't matter where you're going, where you're leaning towards. I don't want to go into it, but you know what I'm saying. And you know what? It's just, I don't think that that's something we all should engage in, because you can't control it unless you're, of course, you're involved in some type of way. I mean, yeah, go for it. But I'm just saying, if you're just like an average person, just watching and, watch the highlights, but don't get too involved. Because I know when I tend to get that way, even with sports or with anything, you really put your energy into it, and it's like, putting too much energy is taking you away from what you're supposed to be focusing on. Why aren't you focusing on yourself? Why aren't you focusing on the light, the healings that you're going through? Sometimes distractions come through. Maybe that could help, but though you have to remember, Let go, let glow, like this card says. Release the dark wound. Let love live. Right. Okay, divine feminines, this is beautiful. I love fish. And like, as you could see in this card, this fish is being led back into the water to live. Okay, it's the love inside this fish. Very beautiful. When you start looking at life more openly like this and start understanding that it's not you that created all of this, you didn't do this, you did not do anything wrong, seriously. Because you are a beautiful, divine, loving soul, and you are, I'm going to tell you that right now. You know why? Because we are all connected. You have to appreciate that. And I say with this with enthusiasm, because being motivated is what drives you to do more, and you have to keep doing this. And that's why I say it with such force too, because we are all a part of each other. Yeah, we are a part of each other. When the divine masculine gets together with the divine feminine, a beautiful thing happens. It becomes complete, it becomes whole, and it doesn't matter what type of soul connection you have. Yes, we talk about a lot about the twin flames, of twin flames coming together, twin flames uniting, twin flames going through like this big, gigantic collective circle that they're coming together. That happens, but doesn't all happen at once. Remember that. Not everybody is going to experience it in the same year, in the same month. That's if it's a true twin. If it's just a connection, a soul connection, the same energy of love, of light can happen with them. But though it's a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you're supposed to go searching. And I don't want to get into this topic because I know I get a lot of questions afterwards. And that's fine. I don't mind answering your questions. So don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying I don't want to confuse nobody, right? These readings videos that I give is mostly to help you with whatever is being sent to you. You have a divine partner. I love to call it divine soulmate, divine soul partner, because we are all sent different people. Not everybody gets the twin soul, the twin ray, the twin flame. We all have karmic connections. Believe it or not, we all experienced them. Yeah, and they're pretty rough. Yeah, sometimes very rough. That you still feel the impact from it. You know, it's like a bad dream that, you know, when you get up from a bad dream, you're like, oh, I'm so glad it was just a dream. That's kind of like the way karmic connections feel. If you're still involved in a karmic connection, guys, don't look at it as I need to get out of this, because you have a soul contract sometimes with someone, and a soul contract means one thing. You have to fulfill the soul contract. So when you fulfill the soul contract, you know where you're going. If you don't know where you're going, you don't know where your next step is. These life lessons are there to help us to grow. And sometimes you're connected to someone. Maybe your divine partner, your twin flame, is involved in a karmic relationship. Nothing wrong with that. And you're apart. You two don't communicate or whatever. I mean, I'm not going into a specific topic or a situation, but I'm just talking about when you're separated from somebody, and you are with somebody, let's say, and they're with somebody, and you've been apart for whatever reason. There's some karmic ties that need to be cut off or met or something, and everybody is different. You'll be amazed on how things just change. You know, like I've been doing this, like, guys, for so many years, and I've seen so many different situations, and that's why I know when you're sent somebody, go for it. Don't think like, oh, wait a minute, I don't know, is this my true twin, or is this a false twin, or is this a karmic connection? I get that a lot, and people actually do that. Don't label it. Go with it. Seriously. That's the whole fun part of dating or relationships or just hanging out with someone. If you're always looking for a specific type to fall in love with, because that's your ideal, because you've read it on the internet, you've read it on a blog, you've read it somewhere, how great it's supposed to be, the grass always looks greener on the other side. You need to follow what your heart tells you, what your own mind tells you. Now, this is totally messages coming through. The cards may have brought out some things and brought out like energies for me to bring out to you, the messages. But clearly, as I brought out the cards to you guys, it wasn't a message about twin flames or twin souls or twin rays or karmic connections. It was mostly about enlightening yourself and keeping yourself uplifted. I see how the spiritual energy works. This is how the divine works. We get these messages and they're beautiful. So, like I said, let the dark wound, release the dark wound, let love live. Good way to look at things. As we go into 2020, make those plans, those goals, whatever you have set in your mind. I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to do it. This is the year. This is going to be my year. Maybe it's a new job, maybe going into a new career. I mean, that's always exciting. Do what your heart tells you. This is where you have to just follow what your heart says. New beginnings, new changes, manifestation with all your dreams. You can make it happen, but you have to believe in one thing, yourself. Believe God is helping you. Believe in God, that God is taking you into something new, and it'll be okay. I mean, believe in what you feel in your heart is what I'm trying to say. Your heart will make you brand new again. You'll be reborn daily, as this card says. Now, as we go into 2020, lots of new things, lots of new beginnings. I feel like messages will be coming through throughout the day for me. I mean, when you get the messages, write them down. I'm just feeling like light bulb, ding, 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 ding. I don't know. Something's happening. It's one of those afternoons, I guess. But anyways, just have that inner trust. Another thing, inner trust. Trust what your soul center is telling you. Trust. You can see the card. If the light doesn't get in the way of it, she's very beautiful. I love the artwork on these cards. I have to say, so many cards I have, as you guys know, tons of them, and I still get infatuated with them, even if I've been working with them for years. Just love it. Okay, so I hope that this reading video resonated with you. There was a lot of powerful messages I got, and I know a lot of them, I need to meditate over them and release whatever it is, because I mean, that's what we get messages for, and I hope you do the same. So write them down, rewatch this video. If it didn't resonate with you right away, I really invite you to watch it again, because sometimes we're not open to the messages right then and there, because we have stuff going on, especially now. This is like a very busy time for many of us, getting prepared for the beginning of a new decade. And you know what? Good time to declutter. Another thing we need to talk about: declutter, clean the clutter, get rid of things, start new. And I probably will make a video on New Year's Eve. I always put it on Instagram, but I will put it on YouTube and Facebook and my other social media platforms. Pinterest, that's it. Twitter. I mean, I send it out in my newsletter as well. So, I try to spread the love as much as I can. It's great. Thank you guys for reaching out and all the, just being there. And, holidays time is my favorite time. I love it. Christmas, New Year's, all the other holidays too. I love to hear about your time, whatever holiday you share, and what do you do? I love the foods that we make for New Year's Eve. That's what I'm looking forward to. Although I don't eat everything, but I just love looking at it and feeding other people. My family, they love it. And if you have like special things that you do, share it with me. I love to hear about it. Post it down in the comments area, or DM me, or instant message me, whatever. I don't know these new words that they talk about, and it's just I try to keep up with it. I'm getting older, and some of these things are like, whew, what was that? Yeah, so anyways, if you'd like to get your own personalized reading, I do offer phone, chat, and email readings. The links are down below in the description area. If I get a little delayed, I've been really busy with a lot of things. Please be patient. I will get to you. Just fill out the form after you book your reading, because it makes life a lot easier for me to find you. Also, if you would like to, if you have any questions, I should say, post it down in the comments area. The thing is that I can't do readings or free questions in the comments area. It's really like a personal thing, kind of like, and I don't really like to bring out things. It's kind of like, it's not a group kind of thing that you do. I'm just talking about if you have questions about, spirituality, about you know, twin flames, soulmates. I keep saying twin flames. It must be some message for a twin flame. You know, we go with all the connections, like I said, the collective, the soulmate collective, the soul connection collective, as we call it. Okay, so I hope you guys have all your holiday plans for New Year's planned out, doing something special, doing something great with family, or just staying home and watching TV like I do and just engage with your family or yourself or by yourself. Just make it celebrational, okay? So I guess that's it for now. So God be with you all. God bless you. Happy, happy, happy 2020. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. I really, really, really do. Namaste.